Okay, let's see. I have the fitting in now. This the piece I put in the tube, it's not touching anything all the way through to the other side, and I'll show you that in a second. It looks like I have some pressure in there, which is kind of interesting. I'll be removing the tape and finishing the install, but let me go around to the other side. I had to modify this. I went into town, the local Napa. This is the old fitting here, and you can see a little gap in there where it spun. I just fortunately left enough distance that I could put in a compression clamp. So that's what we have on this side. So let me go and hook up my hoses next, and set the camera up so I can do that. So there's the camera. Curtain is low. Okay, here we are. The fuel pressure dropped once we got it going, so the zero pressure. I've not started pumping yet, so there's no leaks. I connected up, and this is all just temporary wiring. I have a fuse here in line going up to the battery. Now I got to go get my truck, pull it up here with jumper cords and run it, because I only have 10 volts on the battery, and I do want to see if I can get this tractor to at least start. It won't move. Okay, let's make sure this is recording. It is. And as I said earlier, I'm set this up to be, this is just all temporary. I'm going to mount it correctly and right. I got many things going on. I took the fenders off. I got to get it moving. But here's the pump in action. What you're hearing in the background is my F-150 running to charge the battery of this tractor. Okay, there it is in operation. Uh-oh, I got a little leak and 4.5 pounds of pressure. Is that 5? Close to 5. Hold on. Okay, the leak has stopped. It was coming out the side here through a little hole. Alrighty, so here we go again. It's just been a few minutes, but there's a little weep hole, and okay, I've disconnected the pump, walking around to the other side of the tractor. At 14.4 volts, and it's going to be hard to see some of this stuff, but here's where I come back around with the fuel. There's a little bit of leaking there, which I'm not crazy about, but that's okay. As you can see, all the dirt and grime, this thing leaks, which is why it loses its prime. This is one of the two filters. There's a filter here, a filter there. This is a high pressure pump that goes to the injectors, and the injectors are back up in there. Okay, and I wanted to put the electric pump on, so the mechanical pump I think has failed, but the more important thing is I'm hoping this will prime itself, because you get positive 4 pounds of pressure going through, and as you can see, that going low, it's filling these lines as the pump comes in, and so we'll know when I try and start it in not too long. So let me set it back up, the camera, and then I'll continue on with taking a look at what it's doing. So the camera's locked, secured. Hopefully I'm standing out of your view. Start. And you can see it do a little dropping. It's gotten more and less each time That coming down fuel is from the tank. Let me see if I can start this girl. My old girl. Okay. That didn't sound good because the battery doesn't sound good. So my battery is most likely shot. Let me go and check some voltages. It looks like my pressure's a little lower than what it was. But we'll go from there. I obviously have a connectivity and battery issue. There's only 10 volts, so I'll check that next and report back. Okay, here we go one more time with the startup. I went and got a new battery, and now I'm going to start the pump for the second time. First time it did displace a reasonable volume. Okay, here we go. Goes up there, pumping up, displacing fluid. Pump is slowly creeping up to about 4 psi. I didn't have to adjust it. If you adjust it, it's from here. I loosen the nut and adjust it, but right now it's 3.5 or whatever it is. So I'm happy with that. Let me go to the other side, make sure it'll start. Here we go. Start her up. Okay, this is the last in the series. No, it's not the last in the series. I stand corrected. I'm going to update this as it's a temporary install of the electronic fuel pump and engine start. Once I get it all dressed up, I'll do another video detailing it all. Obviously, things aren't going to hang like that there. I'm not going to leave those things. They'll be mounted correctly somewhere, or maybe not, but I certainly have to work on the electrical connections and get the switches working. And just out of curiosity, let's see, will it start? And it started, and I didn't have the fuel pump going. So let me start it and run it for a couple minutes here. Make sure that I fill up the reservoir with fuel. And where's the black line? Here we go. And you can see it didn't pump down like it did originally when the lines were clear. So here we go. Right at 4 psi. That's how this regulator came. It's not that I can't read it. My head in front of you. So that's the configuration I did, and it works good. I'm hearing it's gurgling. I'm gonna have to check my antifreeze. I hear this thing gurgling like it ate something that wasn't good. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna stop the video here.